Today during episode, what is it? 423 of Penny Help Jess. This was one of the pennies we found. Now, the knee-jerk reaction is to say that the damage you see on the coin is post-mint damage. That's the knee-jerk reaction. And it doesn't mean it's wrong, but you have to be able to realize if you're not doing a close you have to do a close inspection of a coin to correctly, or well, within a reasonable amount of doubt, identify what happened to it. Okay? Obviously, if you find an example on a reputable coin website, then that's even better. Konica, Arab, Copper Coins, then that's even better. Wexler. In this case, the damage is very small. I'm gonna zoom out just to show you how small the damage is. We're talking about, so just keep this in mind and in reference. This picture here, I'm even going to take a little. When you think about if a hand tool caused this, okay? Think about the amount of strength you'd have to put on a hand tool like a wire snipper or something like that. And now let's look at you think it would be possible to use let's say a pair of wire snippers multiple times, boom, boom, boom. First of all, wire snippers or some tool like that would be wide, right? There would be a track that would be so wide through here, right? That most likely, and almost like 99%, this is not a pair of wire snippers. Even this one here, remember how this is so thin, and then it would be multiple times, and there's little things that are moved around, right? There's little pieces of metal that are missing, and there is one slight little tiny line coming across over here. Okay. Right, and then these here, look at this. Look at the pieces of metal here that are reattached to the surface. Right, so this is not done from a hand tool, right? Here you would have saw, if I take a wire snipper to a coin, it's going to have a line that's going to come out to like here or here. This here looks like it got like an ejection issue. So it looks like it's multiply struck, impacted. You can see now, the funny thing is, you can almost, like, you kind of want to determine the direction, right? If it was going inwards, I don't think we would see anything past the rim. It would be going in, and some of this stuff is inwards. These marks here look like it's going in, but this looks like it's going out. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Do these look like two grooves? I don't know. Something Does it look like it's crushed? So there is a category of damaged coins, and the cool thing is on error ref they are showing both of them. Both the examples they show are pennies, and I'm going to show you them in a second. And I really like the language that is used. Sorry about that. I really like the language that is used. Squeeze job, vice job, or garage job. I mean, that is so cool and regular colloquial language that everybody recognizes. It's a squeeze job, it's a vice job, it's a garage job. And he puts quotation marks around them. Definition: these terms are used in reference to coins with an incuse, not a colloquial term. That is a technical term for, what does it mean? That's a good question. I'm pretty sure it means the appearance when something is squeezed. An impression, hammered or stamped. Marking a coin by impressing it with a stamp, hammered, stamped, okay, incused. So that's a technical term. That's a technical term, incused. Okay. Now, into the surface. Such alterations are designed to mimic a brockage or double strike. Now, remember, we're talking about in a garage, someone has a machine damage and they take a coin, right? And they put it on top of another coin, and they're squeezing it. They're giving it a squeeze job. Look how much pressure it takes. And this is with a vice. This is with a machining extreme amount of pressure to make this little mark. Remember, the coin that we're looking at has many small marks right in this area. The other side shows this, and I guess this is to mimic some sort of error also. And interesting, you know what, I'll be honest with you, both of these probably would have fooled me. I've never looked at this before. So these are basically counterfeit errors. The images above show a 1939 P Lincoln cent with a squeeze job. Another Lincoln cent was placed on top of the cent picture and pressed into the obverse face, while the reverse face rested on a hard texture surface. This produced an incuse mirror image version of the word liberty on the back of the Lincoln's bust, along with an impression of the design rim. The reverse shows a pattern of parallel lines transferred from the surface the coin rested on. And then we have this one. I thought this was waffled. What's he calling this? The 1941 P Lincoln cent shown above is a true vice job. The coin was placed between the jaws of that device, then squeezed. This left the gripping pattern of the vice incused in both faces of the Lincoln cent. That's crazy, because let me tell you, this looks so much like a waffle coin. I'm going to pause. I'm going to show you what a waffle coin looks like. So remember, I said that it looked like a waffled coin. And I've seen these sell for $50 and $60 on eBay in auction. And person here says it's a true vice job. And it's interesting. And the funny thing is, I know that you can buy. So anyway, there's two versions of the waffle that I have in my mind. One, apparently is a counterfeit, a vice job, a fake error, and that's what we're looking at here. That is this one here. So it's interesting that it's here, and then he goes the close pictures. So apparently this coin was squeezed by a vice. Okay, it looks like a mint error, but obviously I guess it is not. And I've seen them call these waffled because it looks like a waffle. Okay, now I have to add this in because the person asks that this is a forum. What forum is this? This is NGC's forum, and I just want to show you the comments. Vice Jaws. Look what this person writes. Vice garage basement. That's fine. Squeezed edge is thinner. Oh yeah, I like going to parking lots and tossing these out so newbies find them and think they found an error. Oh, this is from IHOP. So these are the types of comments that you'll find at on forums and stuff like that, and some people just being smart butts. Stale pancakes. Oh, sorry, waffles. Anyway, but this is what a true waffle coin looks like. They do this, and I've seen this in the mint. I've seen this in the mint. The mint videos when they show minting pennies, and if a penny is damaged, I think they waffle them, or if there's an error, they'll waffle the penny so that they can't be used. So that's my understanding of why they waffle, and this is what a waffled penny looks like. Not this. Okay, so back to our coin. So it's interesting how, when you start doing research, it will give you a different perspective on what you're looking at, right? So I'm telling you, I've seen that waffle, and I've seen them sell the vice, the squeezed vice impression, the one that looked like a waffle. I've seen them sell for $50, $60 on eBay. I will never forget that little lesson right now. And so the question still becomes, what created this? So can this be a garage error? Like, did someone make this? I don't know. It's difficult for me to tell. I have to admit that. Where's my little pointer? Let me take off the light. I don't know why it's being so difficult. There we go. I have to admit that you can see right here and here. Now look at this. You see this here? Look at this. These two tips. Very good. These two tips here are from being pushed. And here too. Now I can see it. I can see the lines here. The ones in the center are so mangled, it's hard for me to tell. But this here, this mark and this mark is from it being pushed. So I am correct in that this is machining. It's being pushed, and whatever it is that's right here in this spot, there's no clearance. And it kept getting hit, and hit hard. Something was really trying to push this out. And I don't think that this is from a vice. I don't see anything else anywhere else. Anything else anywhere else outside this little mark. Okay, so from the mint, I'm gonna say this is not a mint error. I highly doubt that this damage. You know why? Because I would have seen it before, and I would have seen a lot of them, and it would be it would probably it be easier to find on one of these error websites. So I really don't think this is damage done from at a mint. I also don't think it's done from a vice. The damage is too small. Remember, we're talking. Look how small this damage is. It's not. It's not a. It's not a 25. It's not 20. It's not 10% of the coin. It's very, very small. As if it got caught in some sort of machining. Now the funny thing is, it would be pushed from the other side. I'm very surprised. That's what I'm surprised of. And if it's pushed from this side and it's getting hit, that there would be some sort of. Let me look at under the loop. So I do not see any damage on the other side. There is something interesting going on in the corner here of the memorial, and I would like to, and as a final note, I would like to identify and point out that on the date here, there is notching. I would just like I said, I would like to just identify that as being there. You can see it very nicely in the 9. Right there. So I would like to show that. That is as far as I can tell, that is a die error. So I guess it's just a coincidental die error. It could be deteriorated die, but it can also be a double die. So I just like to add that to the fact that there is whatever is going on here. There is something else going on that does appear to be a mint error. Probably not connected, most likely not connected, but just as an observation. So, probably not a garage job, but also probably not a mint error. So this is going to be one of those anomalies. Got caught in something. See, I thought this would have been like an ejection. It was trying to be ejected, and it got caught, and it just went boom, boom. Like the machine just kept banging it. But eventually, it would have got shot out unless it got caught in the machine and someone had to manually take it out. That's the only reason. I mean, if it got shot out, eventually that line would have went zoop. Like when it finally got, it should have went further, and it's not. It stops. I knew that was going to happen eventually. It stops, but probably ruined a very nice, a nice double die. Yeah, you can see it right there. Well, I don't know if it's a double die. There's a notch there. Like I say, it could be deteriorated die. All right, please click like and subscribe. Obviously, leave your conspiracy theories in the comments below. Try to be respectful, and see you in the next one.